Hey friends, thank you for tuning in, and I want to encourage you from John chapter number 15, just a few verses, but it's a great reminder. Jesus says to his disciples, and this is just prior to going to the cross, before the Passion Week, and he's, I think, downloading with the disciples all of the important reminders and information and things he wants them to know before he goes to the cross. And he says to them, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing, but I have called you friends. For all that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you." Well, there is so much in John chapter 15, but I wanted you to think about this today. Are you living as someone who is loved? Because he loves you. And when he was speaking to his disciples, it wasn't that he was somehow unaware of their frailty or the future despair that they would face in the days ahead, but he says, "I love you, and I have a commandment. And the commandment is that you love one another in the same way that I have loved you." We won't love each other until we know and experience God's great love for us. So we need to stop. We need to put aside all of our own expectations of ourselves, in the sense that somehow he loves us conditionally based on how well we perform. He loves us because he chose us. And he says, "I have a commandment, and my commandment is to love." God, who is love, came and gave his life for us so that he might make us suitable dwelling places for his life, so that we might be vessels of love and life. This is what makes us, or reveals that we are authentic followers of Christ, authentic disciples. All real discipleship is about leading the believer to the place where they experience his love, live in that love, and express that love. And he does this with us because we're his friends. And the evidence that we are his friends is that he laid down his life for us. No one took it from him. He laid it down. He laid it down as the perfect sacrifice, as an expression of his love, that we might enter in and experience his love and then become vessels of love. It is tragic if we believers are known in the world for something other than love. Jesus, I think, is summing up for us what is the purpose, the meaning of all the commands. It's all about love, loving God, loving others, and he loves us, and he wants to express that love. And then don't think of yourself simply as a servant of God, though we do serve him. But we have been brought into a relationship of intimacy, friends. So see yourself as one who is loved, one who is the friend of God. And he says, everything that the Father has shown me, I've told you. He didn't hold anything back. The only way we're really going to understand God is if we really look at Jesus. And the only way that the world is going to really experience the transforming power of God and his salvation, the good news, the gospel, is when we receive that love and express that love. The whole mission of our Christianity is to live as those who are loved, and those who obey that commandment, his commandment, to love one another. This is the evidence of our discipleship. So let's stop. Think, well, what is that one adjective that people would choose to describe me? I want that to be love. And I hope that's your heart's desire too, to live as one who is loved and to be a vessel that expresses love in a hurting world. You are that vessel in Christ Jesus. So friends, the friends of God, the objects of his love, live in that love and express that love. Meditate on it, think about it, and don't settle for anything less than being known as his disciple, his friend, as the beloved child of God who loves richly in this world. It's transformative for us and the world that we live in. Have a great day.